welcome back to the channel. I am obviously doing a vlog, and this morning Courtney and I went to the beach because kind of just need to like de-stress. Courtney hasn't been having a great time at work, and yeah, so I just suggested that when it is off days we can go to the beach because we literally live 5 minutes away. I just don't vibe with the beach, and I sit and read, and then he goes into the ocean because I'm not putting my feet in the water at like 7 in the morning. But we have load shedding now, which is the pain of everyone's existence these days, and I'm currently just doing a lot of work. I literally have an entire to-do list because there's a few things I haven't done yesterday, which has now, you know, kind of gone into today's schedule. Allow me 2 minutes to vent because I feel like we're friends now. You know, we're having therapy session, you know, and I'm sorry if I'm now starting the vlog a little bit, it's not somber, but more just frustrated with load shedding. I'm so sick of it, and for the longest part I have just endured it. It's the norm. I mean, we've had load shedding for years, but yesterday I spent the most disgusting amount on purchasing an inverter. Now, if you watch my budget videos, you know I don't come from money. Courtney is still in debt, or our household is still in debt, so I don't have an abundance of money to kind of just buy something like that. And I did mention of purchasing like a portable power station because I work from home. I have to be online, I have to work. I took the money from my investment policy, which I had like in I opened it in 2016. Like I said, I was originally gonna buy a portable power station, but then I spoke with my friend's husband, bless his soul, because Courtney and I are clueless about things like this, and I gave him a link to say, hey, this is the one I want to purchase, and he gave me a breakdown of like the pros and cons, and then he gave me a breakdown of the pros and cons of an inverter. So obviously this inverter is even more expensive than the one I was going to purchase, and I stumbled on it. Courtney and I spoke about it, and then we decided to get an inverter. Now these inverters are back ordered by 8 to 10 weeks, and I kept simmering on it. I just couldn't justify spending that type of money, knowing full well that I could have used this money for Courtney's loans. I could have put it in my RA, I could have put it in my emergency fund. I even could have bought a new couch at this point. Every day I was just like, no. When I received the money, I was like, I really don't want to, but I had to put the order in so that I could get it in the 8 to 10 weeks, which is probably gonna be in March. And I'm just sick. I am sick of us spending so much money on all these things. People's appliances are breaking down, so people have to replace that. We're all spending money on various things like candles and rechargeable solar lights and gas stoves and gas canisters and UPSs, and now me an inverter, and it is honestly so sickening at this point. And I mean, the gap between the have and the have-nots is growing even larger. It's just such a bitter pill to swallow that this is our reality. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to vent because we are all in the same boat. Like, we all are experiencing load shedding all day, every day. You wake up to load shedding, you go to work and it's load shedding there, you come home and it's load shedding, and it's just making us more poorer because you're either spending money on takeaways or this, that and the other thing. And I'm like very annoyed. And this morning I woke up and I always check my phone, and I saw that amount that went off yesterday, and it made me even more nauseous for the fact that I spent that type of money on a thing that really wasn't necessary. It's not necessary. They had so many years to fix load shedding, and I'm not gonna go into politics and all of that. We all know the gist of what's happening in our country, but anyway, rant over. Thank you for listening to my therapy session. I've got work to do, and then in my lunchtime, Courtney and I are gonna go to Builders because we need to buy power surge plugs, something like that, for all of the plugs, because I am not going to be replacing a fridge and a TV and a monitor. I'm just not gonna do that. I mean, those things are expensive, it's not insured. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get paint samples because I want to do a little bit of a makeover to my office. I'm just gonna paint this wall, and I will have a full separate video on that.
Delivered, if you will. Now, I do share mistakes. I'm a real person. This is a real life renovation, so
Two times 501.
All this stuff is so expensive.
Are we just getting two of them?
Yeah, just getting two. Just letting you know, we have no oil. We have nothing. Then he wants to put the chop in the air fryer, and then we had no foil. Like, we have nothing, guys.
January!
You just have unsalted butter. That's it. But he decided to make the chop, and then I told him, you know what? Put it in the oven and drizzle golden syrup on it. And then the chips, you said you made it in butter. A little bit of non-stick. I don't know, guys. We are just risking our lives at this point until I get to the shops this afternoon. I am like so shocked. Look at this list. It literally has stuff still there. But I understand because we literally ran out of all of our stuff, all of our basics. So yeah, I'm too scared to know what the price of the stuff is gonna be.
Doing crazy dreaming, you're the reason why. Hiding by the baby, losing my mind. Don't try to save me.
Courtney loves grocery shopping.
You can see it on my face.
Morning. I woke up, well actually Courtney woke up very early, so when he wakes up I wake up. But yesterday I was feeling very ill and I didn't want to speak about it, but in the middle of January I started getting a new sort of pain and it happens every single day now. I am trying to deal with that, and obviously last night that pain came on my way home. I was like, I didn't want to eat. Literally my food of last night is still standing there. It was just a pie from King Pie. But I didn't eat. I just took my pills, went to bed, washed, went to bed, and ate my decompress because that seems to be working wonders. So yeah, it's not great that this new sort of pain has come. I did not inform my neurologist because Courtney was like, you know what, let's just try something different, and I'm hoping today to phone a physio that my GP recommended. We were grocery shopping. Holy crap, food has gone up so much. I was standing in the aisle where the sugar and the milk was, so I grabbed the sugar and I asked Courtney to grab the milk down the aisle, and I asked him like how much it is, and he said 80 something or something like that. There was a woman, she looks like she works at ShopRite because she had the uniform on, and I was like, what? Like every single, because I said out loud, like every single item I put in this trolley went up by 10 rand, and she burst out laughing and she just shook the head like, yes, everything has gone up. I kid you not, the chicken went up, the milk went up, the sugar went up, every single thing that I needed went up, and I don't know how we're gonna deal with this. Obviously the repo rate also went up yesterday. It's gonna affect a lot of people who have bond loans, any type of loan, car financing, the whole shaboodle. So no, 2023 is gonna be grim financially but I got paid this morning, so I am going through slips because one of the things I want to do is I've made columns in my Excel spreadsheet for how much I actually spend per week on groceries and on fuel, just so that I can get kind of a generalization as to how food has gone up, number one, but also do I need to put more money into my grocery category. So not great.
No.
I have load shedding now, but I'm having so much fun with these colors. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what I have going on, but I'm gonna try my best not to show you, because this makeover is gonna take like over a few days. So I want to live with these colors first. Very bold of me to go like this, but I think this year you just should be bold, be outrageous, have no expectations, be wild. So that's what I'm gonna do. And Courtney was like, whoa, that's a lot for you. So I mean, I love color, but when it comes to walls and like furniture and things like that, I'm very safe. Hoping the next time Courtney's off, we'll buy a liter of whatever we want. And then I don't know, I think I might just paint up until here, because it makes sense, and you know, I can't cut that way, you know. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I was meant to take an hour nap. That was past 2. It is now 5 o'clock. I don't know what happened in that time. He has been washing. It was literally laying inside for the last, I don't know, week, because nobody wants to pack it away. And now I just took washing off the drying rack. So I've got washing galore on this beautiful bed that I have to pack. Workouts. I hate chores, like honestly it's the pain of my existence, but I just got paid for my second job, so I was quickly just moving money around because that's fun, isn't it? But it is 6:15 and I need to take those pizza bases out because we're gonna have pizza for supper. Good morning. It is Saturday today and I have to go to work, and it is cold and it's rainy, and I don't know why, because it is summer. But Whitney made me coffee in my little travel mug. Can you see, guys? This is a camera lens. It's so cute. I think Gordon's gonna cut his hair, and so while he's doing that, he's just gonna trim off at the mall, because the mall is right there. So that's after work. And then I think we're just gonna come home and just chill and do all the things, because we're living in a pile of washing. I swear the washing just is so much for 2 people. And I mean, I work from home, so I wear sometimes tops twice or pants thrice, and I think it's mostly just, it's actually just Courtney's clothes, and I can't understand why, because it was a uniform, so I'm confused. But let me get done so I can go to work. Oh my eye looks weird. Ugh. We're finally back home and I bought me a book. I know I had like a few books in my head, but the thing is, Court and I have an allowance now, like physical cash, and I think I did mention it. So you start like thinking about like, should you buy it, should you not buy it? There's still like a few days, not a few days, it's like a whole month to go through. And so I just took this one. I actually have book vouchers. Court was like, why didn't you use your book vouchers? But that's fine. It's teaching me to
discipline.
How are you finding the cash now?
That's tough. I'm gonna be honest. That's really tough because you have to limit yourself now because you know there's a total amount of physical cash that you have instead of just swiping and
yeah, because we always swipe
50 rand here and think, okay, nah, it's a low amount, it's okay, but
yeah, we learn.
We're
literally learning. I was telling my friend and she was like, no, she's actually the total opposite. Like when she sees stuff go off on a card, she starts freaking out. She's like the total opposite of us. But yeah, it's very interesting now that we're doing the physical cash situation. I mean, if you want to try it, by all means, it keeps us like really accountable for what we can spend our money on. Good morning, it is Sunday and so I have 5 minutes left before load shedding, but I have my coffee, my waffles and this book I'm still trying to get to do. But thank you so much for watching my video, my vlogs. I know that it is a bit slow, but it's okay. I don't have to do an abundance on things and I hope you guys enjoy what I put out there. But I'm gonna have a slow Sunday morning. As you know, Sundays are the days that I have to kind of clean up my space. It's the only day I more or less have off. Let me enjoy this. Let me enjoy load shedding in the quiet, like peacefulness of it. And I hope you guys will have a fantastic day, week, whenever you are watching this. And I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.